After about a week, that song is going to change to, we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, and you just like, what I'm saying, a pick in the lock coming through the door blasting, you know what I'm saying?
Peace, family. Walk with me. I've heard a lot of people, older people, say, why is there so much rage in rap? Why is the youth so angry? Tupac was a man that was ahead of his time. He was ahead of his generation. He was raised by, his mother was a Black Panther. A lot of people don't know this. So Tupac always had a sense of a higher consciousness. Even though he was talking a lot of the this, that, and the other, he always had a greater sense of like the pain and the problems of Black people. So there was this 1994 interview when he was interviewed by MTV, and they pretty much asked him that question. How did rap get to the point where it was so positive and it became so much angrier? Check this out. We'll talk to y'all after.
Music has built to the no hope, the I don't give a attitude. How did we get from Grandmaster Flash, the message, to where we are now in hip hop?
Again, you have to be logical. If I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over just like throwing food around, but they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is going to change to, we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, and you just like, what I'm saying, a pick in the lock coming through the door blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, with civil rights movement. We was asking, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're going to do? And we shouldn't be angry. And my raps that I'm rapping to my community shouldn't be filled with rage. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be filled with the same atrocities that they gave to me. In the media, they don't talk about it. So in my raps, I have to talk about it. And it just seems foreign because there's no one else talking about it.
Right. Well, playing devil's advocate, somebody might say, well, what does Tupac have? He's a movie star. He's got, hit records. What does he have to complain about?
And I'm going to tell you. It's like being the last person alive. You know what I'm saying? After 3 days, you can't do anything. What can I do? Where can I go? There's no Black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, with Black people who have the same amount of money as me. You know what I'm saying? There's richer and there's poorer. There's no just, did a movie, got a little bit of money, living okay, Black neighborhood. I have to be in a white neighborhood, so I don't fit in. That's hell. It's hell when you can't be around your peers. All my life I grew up around Black people, poor people, but I can't live around poor people now because they'll rob me. And why would they rob me? Because they're starving, because there's no money here. But they're telling me, now that I made a little money, I have to move here. So it's not like no one's ever trying to deal with this section. They're just moving away from it. And we're going to have more stars coming from together, but they're gonna all move this way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all the society is doing is leeching off the ghetto. They use the ghetto for their pain, for their sorrow, for their culture, for their music, for their happiness, for their movies, to talk about boys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be another I don't want to be 50 years old at a BET We Shall Overcome Achievement Awards. You know what I'm saying? Not me. I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody's going to clean it up.
What do you think? Like, can you feel what he's saying? A lot of societies or groups that are oppressed, sometimes it creates sort of a pressure cooker. And when that pressure cooker then explodes, people say, why is this happening? We see that in the world today. Now, at the same time, there's definitely been outside influences that have led to um, the weaponization of hip hop, the drill music, all this type of stuff, the violence, everything like that. You know, so it's definitely what's taking place on the inside, but it's also due to the outside influences that push that type of music in our community. But at the end of the day is that, you know, of course, none of us are perfect, but we can't get on the young people who are just, some of them are just doing what they know. They're doing what they see. So it's on the older ones like us to try our best to guide them. You know? Like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he would always speak to the hip hop artists and he would tell them like, yo, drop a little wisdom in the track. Even if you're talking that stuff, nobody's expecting you to be perfect. None of us are perfect. But do your best to drop something in it that can help to spark the mind. That's like Tupac said, he may not be the one to change the world, but he can spark the mind that'll change the world. And all of us have that power within us. So, you know, something to think about. But y'all be safe, be blessed. Peace, man.